So to round out Scaretember here, let's go over to William from the Hungry Gamer to look for a 2-for-1 board game suggestion.
Ooh, that looks tasty. Welcome folks, Today the Hungry Gamer is back, not really here for the first time, doing a little cross-channel, hot cross-channel action. And I'm really pleased to be able to help out Cloak and Meeple here, because Cloak and Meeple were two of the first people that I met in the reviewer space at the first convention I ever went to, where I was there on a media pass. And that was when I went to Origins, I don't know, 3-4 years ago? I think maybe 2019? I don't know, 2019, 2018, something like that. And they were so kind and so nice to me. So when they reached out and asked me to do a video talking about my top Halloween spooky type games, I was thrilled to do it because I love them. They're awesome people, and I was devastated that there was a long break where they weren't putting up any content, but I'm really thrilled that they're back. So with that said, I have a twofer for you today, and one of them is more of a family weight spooky type game, and the other is for the Euro type person. So I'm going to start with the one for the Euro person, and that is Triora, City of Witches. And I will say, unfortunately, this one's a little bit hard to find. So you're going to have to hit that secondary market for it. And I will also say, if you do get a copy, you have to go on BGG and download and print out the revised rulebook. My understanding is that the original rulebook, they got a translator. It's by a Brazilian designer, and the translator didn't actually know what they were doing, as near as I can tell, or something like that. I don't know. But there's a new version up on BGG. Get that, it explains things more clearly. Now, with that said, what is Triora? Triora is a game in which, classic Inquisition style, the Inquisition near this Italian town, city, has gone after the local witch coven and has burned the witch mother. And the problem is, the witches weren't doing anything. But now they're mad, and now they're like, well, if we are literally getting in trouble for doing all these bad things, we're going to start doing them. And so now you're this vengeful witch just destroying the area. And you're doing that, you're raising zombies that are going to go out and do things. You are getting civilians, citizens to kind of back you, and these civilians, when they back you, they're going to give you powers, and there's going to be set collection bonuses, there's lots of points at the end. And you're going to be corrupting the city, corrupting the town, be slowly either mind controlling or using love potions on the guard and the clergy and the king as you're trying to take over, and just causing a whole mess of things. And the way you're going to do that is you're going to be moving around the board with your witch. And there's a bunch of different worker placement spots that you can go to. Most of them are going to involve you spending things to get different things, and you're going to be making a whole bunch of potions. And when I say a whole bunch of potions, I mean a whole bunch of potions. You have this really cool double-layer player board with, I don't know, 16 different types of potions that you can make, and each potion is going to be used at a different place to give you a different bonus, and so on and so on and so on. Now, you're also going to be able to go into the forest. In the forest, you're just going to be able to dig up new stuff, because you have this interesting closed economy of your own resources that you're using. And it's a little thing in the middle of your player board, and there's 4 different spaces. There's herbs that you have harvested and dried, ready to go. There is a space where you can plant new seeds from herbs. There is a place where you are able to harvest those plants. And there's a space where you're waiting for the plants to grow so you can then harvest them. And so they're slowly moving around, round and round each day. You have to manage how many of these resources do you have, how many you're going to use, because as I said, it's a closed resource. You only have 3 or 4 of each different color herb, which you're using to make all of these different potions. And so you can go to the forest, which kind of allows you to dig up some more herbs a little quicker, and every night, things that you've planted, they're going to grow a little bit, and it's a fascinating little thing. Now, the other kind of catch along with this game is you also have the Inquisitor and the Ghost of the Witch Mother. The Ghost of the Witch Mother, and both of these are going to move every night. And the Inquisitor's going towards the person that's pissed off the Inquisition the the most, and the witch mother is going towards someone else. And when the witch mother reaches a space with the witch, then they're going to get some kind of bonus. If the inquisitor reaches it, it's going to send up their inquisition track, or if their inquisition track is too high, they will kill them. That's the catch of the game. You're constantly trying to not get noticed by the Inquisition, because if you are noticed, you are in danger of being killed. Or at the very least, when the Inquisitor gets to you, you're going to go up that Inquisition track even more, which again gets you closer to being killed. And so it's this delicate balance of how do you manage to keep that Inquisition track down while taking the actions that are going to get you the most stuff, because the more powerful actions are going to draw the ire of the Inquisition. And you're doing all of these things. You're doing a viticulture, like you're selecting your turn order every round, which is going to give you some kind of bonus, but you're going first or you're second, because as in most worker placement games, you can only go to one space, and if someone's there, for the most part, you're blocked out of it. And so all of this, I think, works really, really well. It's a game that has a few warts to it. It has way too many resources when you think of the potions, and there's some things that are a little bit confusing to track and figure out what's going on, but all in all, it is a fantastic Halloween spooky game, because you have that tension of the witches doing bad things. You're doing bad things now. Maybe for a good reason, but you're doing bad things and you're trying not to get burned. Fascinating little game. So that's my first one. My second one that I think is great for Scaretember and October is a family weight game, and that is one you've probably heard of before. And that game is Mysterium. And this is one of my favorite games of all time. It is very close to what I would consider being a party game. Pretty much anybody can play this if you're using the Polish rules. Buy the American version. Don't play with the American rules. The American version has this kind of voting thing, and you actually have one winner at the end, and some people get more information, some, but get rid of that nonsense. The original Polish version, you were just all working together the whole game, and it is such a wonderful game. Each player is playing some kind of psychic, and they are there to help solve the mystery of how the ghost in the house became a ghost. How did they die? And if you can do that, the ghost is released. And what's happening is the ghost is behind like a player screen, and they are passing out cards that represent visions, dreams. And each of those dreams is trying to guide each of the players to a certain path of weapon, location, and suspect. And what's happening is once each of the different players has narrowed down their three, because there may be 9 things out there, but when each player kind of clue-like has their location, their weapon, and their suspect, then you're going to put all those out, and the answer is one of those different tracks. And then you have one last turn where the ghost is going to pass out these visions, and you have to figure out which one is it. It is such a wonderful game for communication, for getting into people's heads, how people think. You have great discussions about the artwork. You have great discussions about what actually happened, because now once you know what the different path is, all of it is just so much fun. It is one of the best family weight party style, heavier than party style games out there, and one that I play every single Halloween time. So anyhow, Cloak and Meeple, I hope you guys are doing great. I'm thrilled to be able to help you guys out. And as always, and for everybody else, come check out Hungry Gamer. You can find me, hopefully linked down in the description. As always, if you found this video useful, please like, subscribe, share. Thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful, wonderful day.
So those are both 2 fantastic games for Scaretember. Now I'm going to throw in an extra thing for Mysterium. It is one of my absolute favorite games, though I tend to be called the betrayer in that game, even though there's no betrayer element in that game. That's just because I always end up convincing other players of the wrong answer. That's just how it goes with my group, but it is still a fantastic game, great for Scaretember. And don't forget that I'm still running that sale in my shop. So if you use the code SCARE25, you get 25% off anything that you might purchase in that store. And that sale is going to go on to the end of October, so all the way through Halloween. And thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and to everybody else's channel that have contributed to Scaretember. And thanks for watching.